Now I'm curious. Okay, so you make the transition into real estate.
Yeah.
What was kind of like the breaking point in terms of the auto industry or working as a finance manager? When were you like, you know what, I'm fucking done. Like, I want to go into real estate. That makes more sense for me. I'm gonna make that switch.
Yeah, like I said, the long hours and just the people I was hanging around and just kind of the person I saw myself becoming. And like I said, I'm not saying I was doing anything crooked or anything bad, but I definitely picked up some really bad habits and some things I kind of wish I
extended
wasn't
warranty
doing.
a need? If I'm buying a new car, do you need an extended warranty?
Like turns to me. How many miles you driving a year?
I normally drive about like 8,000
Hey,
miles.
he's got like 17 cars. This doesn't apply to him.
If you're driving it, and how long are you gonna keep the car?
3 to 4 years.
You don't need an extended warranty.
There you go.
I would flip it around though. If you're kind of one of those old heads that that drives the car for 300,000 miles, like my dad, and he's this thing's fine. We're driving my dad's Jeep. It's like it's an older Jeep. This is a Jeep. It's fine. I'm like, dude, you need to upgrade this thing. That's how they are. They want to keep their cars for 20 or 30 or 40 years or until they're dead. You get an extended warranty because it extends the lifetime of the car. They used to be where you could do a lifetime warranty where that warranty would go the whole entire life of the car. They took that away though a few years ago or I don't know when, because you get a bunch of old heads coming in saying,
Yeah,
it's like, hey, I want my car fixed. I want this thing fixed on there. And they're like, dude, you've been in here so many times. They're like, I don't care. Read the contract. It says in black and white. I can take it in whenever I want for the lifetime of the car. So, yeah, if you're going to drive the car for a while, I would suggest, if you know you're going to put on a lot of miles every year and you're going to blow out the factory's warranty really quick, just get the warranty and negotiate with the guy. A lot of the times you can purchase the warranty through the factory's website. So if you don't feel like you're getting a good deal on there, hop on there, see how much it is. Just show the finance guy, say, hey, I don't mind you selling a product. That way you can pick up a product, maybe make a little bit of money, but you're not going to gouge my ass making thousands of dollars. So that's what I suggest on that.
Okay. All right.
And what was your other question?
The breaking point when you decided making a switch to real estate.
Yeah, like I said, just picking up on some habits I wasn't proud of, and just really just focusing on. I was always really good at looking at things from like a wider lens, just kind of as like a future perspective. And a lot of these guys had no futures. They you get stuck in that business for a long time. And like I said, so this is the hidden thing about the car business nobody knows about. So you can be this dirtbag ex-felon. Yeah, so listen to this. You can be this ex-dirtbag felon that barely graduated high school, or better not even graduate high school. If you go get a GED, as long as you can pee in a cup and pass the drug test and you can drive the cars around the dealership, some of these guys I was working with, they're making 30 grand a month, 40 grand a month. Some guys are making 15 grand a month. It's crazy, and you would never know that coming from some kind of sleazy salesman. And I'm not saying everybody makes that. A lot of guys are on minimum wage. Some guys make decent money, but there's quite a few people in that industry that make a ton of money. And as you get out of the salesman, you transition into finance, then you get into sales manager, and then one day you maybe want to be a general manager. And those guys are getting paid off not just the sales department, but the service department and the parts department.
Yep.
And then if you're really, really sharp, maybe you got a college degree, maybe you're close with the owner, maybe you can get some equity in the dealership, and the sky's the limit. And you just never know it talking to some of these guys because they can barely finish a sentence or write an email. Or, I mean, like, it's hilarious. So that, but like I said, I didn't want to be around these people because their kids hated them. They'd been through a ton of divorces. Oh, no. And a really close guy, shout out Jeff Allison. He was my
shout out Jeff.
he was my partner in finance. Him and I both kind of ran the finance department. Yeah. We'd switch off on deals and days. So he'd work the days I wouldn't. Kind of an older dude, been in the business for a long time, and we had really intellectual, really deep conversations. And he said, Jaret, if I had to do it over again and I was your age, I would hop out of this. I would. He's got a couple buddies that are in insurance that do like P&C, like property and casualty and everything. Yeah. And he said, I would have started that. You don't make a ton of money at the beginning, just like real estate. You build your book of business, you start rolling. And then his buddies, they're making just as much money as him, if not more, but they work half the amount of time. They own their own business. They have something they can look back on and say, hey, look what I've accomplished. In the car business, he can't hop out of it because he's so used to the income that he set up. He has nothing when he has his income, and
He's locked in.
He's locked in. He has his resume, so he'll have all these pretty much just car business type jobs, and you go to more of a corporate role or in these other roles, they don't really take you that seriously.
Yeah.
And now he's 55 or probably almost 60 now, and he's got to do this because he doesn't. Again, I don't think he really has much of a retirement because those guys, it's more the fast life. You kind of make the money. You go out. Again, these guys, they have gambling problems, alcohol, drug addiction. You blow a ton of money doing that. And they'd rather look like the guy driving a Maserati or something, having $1,000 or $2,000 car payment. A lot of these guys don't even own houses or anything. They'd rather throw a bunch of money at rent and just have these kind of crazy lifestyles, throwing money, just never really building anything.
Mm-hmm.
So
100%.
And that's why I didn't want to be like that.
And I remember you telling me. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna segue, but
I remember you telling me what did your general manager tell you when you told him you were leaving the dealership for real estate?
He said, Jaret, you're a really good guy, great salesman, one of the best salesmen, but you're not going to make it in that racket. You're not going to do that. Your desk, your office in there, I'm not even going to get anybody in there because you're going to be back in about 3 months, and the door's going to be open because I love you. Go out, try your thing. I know you want to do it, and I'll see you in a few months.
And how long ago was that now?
Like a few years ago, yeah, or 2.5 years, or whatever it's been. So I mean, so that's really satisfying to me to look back on because, like I said, my first year it was so tough. I wanted to quit. I wanted to quit so many times. I'll be honest, I was applying for different jobs because it was hard, and I just kept thinking back on that guy saying like, "Hey, you're just going to be back," and I still love him to this day. Shout out to that guy. He's taught me so many different things, but that kind of lit a fire under my ass just to not go back to that lifestyle and fulfill like something new. So
there you go. Love that.
Oh, damn. Maybe I should have went because my comment was my greatest accomplishment is pulling baddies in Kia Forte. But,
that is an accomplishment.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't need the Maserati.
Yeah,
because I'm handsome.
That's like making an NBA at 5'5".
Exactly. It's just like the confidence of like, get in this car. We're leaving.
Yeah.
Like, whoo.
Yeah.
Yes. But no. Now it's time for a segue. And that segue is he said you're gonna be back in 3 months, 2 years later. And now big baller, shot caller.
Yeah.
Real estate. Tell the people more about that.
Yeah, so real estate, it's kind of a crazy animal. I mean, as far as right now, I think what is today? Today's June 26th. As far as interest rates, I think we're sitting at about a 6.6, 6.7 last time I
checked. Do you have a ticker in your office with the real estate interest rate?
Nasty work.
Just changing every day.
It's got like CNBC and everything up on there. I'm just sweating the stock. Yeah, just sweating the stocks, watching go up now, watch the interest rates, watch the Feds. I'm like, I love it though. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't.
Yeah.
Like I said, interest rates, I mean, they're a little bit high right now. As far as inventory on market, inventory's picking up a little bit, which is good. Mm-hmm. It starts to pop off again. It's seasonal, so I mean, it starts to pop off when kids kind of get out of school.
Interesting. Okay.
So because all the parents and
like
everything,
late summer, early fall, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, so like I said, right now it's starting to pick up a good amount, which is awesome. Mm-hmm. It really starts to pick up after 4th of July when everybody's kind of back from vacations. Mm-hmm. Goes through August all the way to the end of summer. Goes into fall when kids go back into school. Slows down a little bit when the kids go back into school. Mm-hmm. Starts to kind of really pop off again after the kids are back in school because parents are trying to find if they're selling their home or buying a home. Mm-hmm. Towards the end of the year, it's I've done pretty well as far as kind of come Christmas time because you get a lot of those people, they take it really serious because a lot of people want to make a move before the end of the year because they say, here, there's my goal. I really wanted to buy a home this year. I want to do it before the year ends. Yep. And then coming into January, it slows down quite a bit after the new year because you got people with their New Year's resolutions, what's going on, and they're trying to save money. It kind of depends on the interest rate though too. If the interest rate's super low, you might see a more aggressive market. Okay. And that's kind of how the seasonality works in that business.
Got it. So, now, when you made the switch, we talked a little bit about this before the podcast. Talk to me. We talked about how quick the car sale is. That can happen in a day. I can get you done if you agree to this percent right now.
Right.
Home, different animal, right?
Way different animal. So on a real estate deal, I mean, it's you kind of get a little bit of a mix. You get the people that I went out on appointments and we We're looking at one home. The lockbox didn't work on one home. The same home in the neighborhood. We went to the next home. He was with his parents. They were buying it for the parents, and went in there, walked the house, and they said, "Jared, I love it. Let's put in an offer. Let's get this wrapped up." I'm like, "Well, no, we can get the lockbox fixed on the other home. You don't want to just wait like maybe 30 minutes? The listing agent can meet us out here and get the key out." Nope. I want this home. I want to do it.
Damn.
Enough said. You know what you want. Let's rock and roll. So you do get the clientele that's like that. But I want to say most of the other time, it's a lot more nurturing. What you got to do, basically, you're meeting them, you're building rapport, maybe taking them out to coffee, taking them out to lunch, you're showing them some homes, you're getting them pre-approved. After you get them pre-approved, showing them more homes. The first thing you want to do is get them pre-approved, and I can talk about that later. But I mean, because that's going to determine your purchasing power. But you're taking out the homes, you're writing offers, you're getting the offer accepted, going through inspections, appraisals, closing the transaction. That's only the first step, though. I mean, if you're a good salesman, you're a good broker, that's a deal for life. You need to really nurture that relationship because it's not a one and done. I'm not a turn and burn guy. Yeah. If I sell you a house, that's not the last you're going to hear from me. I'm going to be knocking on your door. I'm going to be giving you cookies, bottle of wine, all this stuff. I'm not even trying to pitch myself right now. That's just how it just naturally comes out. I'm just trying to make a point where it's like you really need to nurture the relationship because that's how I do it. My rule of thumb, if I sell one person one house, I want to get at least 2 more deals out of that because I'm treating them right. They're referring me to their friends and family. Jaret took care of me. He killed the listing agent, got me a really good deal. I'm in this house. The second I got the key to my house, he made me $40,000 because the house appraised at $40,000 over. Or excuse me, $40,000 less, but so not $40,000 over. Yeah, like, that'd be a bad deal.
My math was like, that's no.
Yeah. So yeah, it's all about taking care of the client, and that's what car guys suck at. They're more turn and burn because they want to get the deal done and they want to get them the heck out of there. Because as soon as the tire hits the curb, it's like, I'm done. Don't come to me ever again. I don't want to see you because normally if you come in, it's a bunch of heat and I don't want to deal with that. Yeah. So that's why I like real estate. It's more relationship building and you truly get compensated off of that. So, but
fantastic.
I'll go